All right.
Drivers, to your cars.
Sweet Home Alabama. Oh!
You stop mine! Oh boy! Well, you just stole my line over here. We want to welcome you to the AT&T Grand National Series for the running of the Cedar Point 300. This super speedway has a lot of stuff in store for us, including that four-wide racing we've been talking about. Even though it may be dangerous at Daytona, oh, trust me, we're going to see a lot of passing, a lot of packed racing, and especially a lot of wrecking here at Talladega here.
Well,
Angel, why can you take a... Here we go! Wow. Put the blooper count in, somewhere's on the screen. Anyway, we are here on Silver Play due to some logistical issues we have to deal with for the past hour. But Angel, what can you tell us about this great track here at Talladega?
It is massive. It is big, gargantuan, long, incredibly horrendous to the driver. It's like a cat that plays with its food, you know?
Oh boy, don't remind me about that. I've seen a lot of that in the past week. You wonder who. But regardless though, over 200 miles per hour for nearly every car here on the field. Speaking of which, we have me and Angel, we have our pet reporter, Sebastian Galloway Jr., and Rick. Yes, our good old buddy Rick's over here too. But before we get to the reports, let's get to our starting lineup, shall we?
Oh, yes.
As we have seen a lot of swip-swapping here, including your pole setter, Clyde McBride, winning a couple weeks ago in that Busch Light Mustang. And of course, next to him, we got a driver who has trying to make a comeback here after missing a few races, Annabelle Alberti in that Circle K Impala. Angel, you take the next row.
Exactly, row 2, we're going to see Nino Lahaif in the Aeon Mustang and the FYE Mustang of Sebastian Neva makes a show and with a great car.
Speaking of those who went through knockout qualifying a little bit ago, Zoe Persons and that Double X Impala. And next to her, we got somebody who needs to get a good run here at Talladega to avoid dealing with knockouts next week. Melody Purple and the always Melody Impala.
Then behind them, we're going to see Pedro Sales in the Corona Camry and the Kroger, not Walmart, Kroger machine of Prime.
Here we go. Up next, we got the Georgia Bulldogs, which, how the heck did you lose to the Longhorns? Charger of Len Loud Jr. And next to her, we got Shane King, that Fireball Mustang. Let's hope he doesn't become an acrobat like he was at Daytona, shall we?
Then behind them, we're going to see Justin Allgaier in the branded Impala and the Oscar Mayer Impala of Ryan Truex.
Up next, we got Riley Anderson, the Cars Jr. Charger. We'll have more on her in an update here this week. And next to her, Corey LaJoy. This is how he Sonic. Well, he Sonicked his way into the show when he'll have to try to do a lot better here if he wants to stay in contention.
Up next, we got another driver that has greatly disapproved ourselves, Haley Deegan, who surprisingly in the chase zone. And Jamie McMurray in the McDonald's Impala.
Dear Lord. Up next, we got Christopher Diaz coming up here in contention to make the chase finally. And of course, we got our good old buddy Deku. Oh, Deku. Where is that tooth falling off, my friend? Oh, I wonder where that Bemco Nemco Toyota Camry almost didn't make the show. So let's see if he can try to get a good run here to bump himself up in the standings.
Then behind them, we're going to see Daniel Bogdasadov in the UPS 29 and the Glitch 03 of Tari Smith.
Up next, we got the Menards Charger Leah Sharp. This will be her final race in the Charger because there is a probability Maggie splits are getting approved. We'll more on that in a moment. And next to Leah Sharp, we got Phineas Flynn in the iHeartRadio Camry.
Then behind them, we're going to see Regina Servant in the Akron Oil Impala and the... Wow. This is unbelievable.
Okay. KFC is starting to get a little teed off over here, folks.
Yep. Shout out to Rocky in that 93 car. They're yet to get KFC on that car. Wow.
Yeah. Talk about Endeavor doesn't know how to paint the damn schemes. Up next, we got Eileen Galvin and that Napa Impala. There's been a lot of news about Napa. We'll hear about that tomorrow. And next to her, we got Jeremy Johnson, that Lowe's Impala. Funny enough, this is the Lowe's paint scheme that he ran in this particular Talladega mod.
Shut up!
In real life.
Shut up about it.
Oh boy.
Behind them,
Next!
Lasaria Smith and the Claire's Charger and the Sirius XM Mustang of Ito Teiji.
Up next, we got William Sawalich going double duty today, as he always does, at the Amtrak Camry. Then we got Desiree Hudson and her Chevrolet. Oh boy. I keep on forgetting the hard cone crap over here, alright?
Hard cone? What? It's Coldstone, man!
Epic fail!
Next behind them, we're going to see Gab Dennis in the Snicker Bites Mustang and Donna Sonora making her debut after some small news on the driver that used to run the 99, but we'll get into that later.
Dear Lord, we got Dale Bush at Non-Synergy Chevrolet trying to keep the points lead over there. And next to Dale, we got Lana Loud, or should I say Pucky Jr. and that Pucky's Charger. More about Pucky tomorrow.
Next up, Mark Games in the Double X Impala and the Swiffer Swiffing the Competition Mustang Psycho Bichitaru.
She has been lately, though. Laura Mota and that Mavis Tire and Brakes Mustang for the Rauda sisters. And somebody who was secured a ride for next season, Luz Nacida, the Telemundo Mustang.
Penultimate row, Tyler Reddick in the DoorDash Impala trying to recover for this season. And Ann Bunchoey in a very disappointing starting position, 40th.
And last but not least, we got Romina Ortiz in her Mustang over here. And we got to give a coconut to somebody. Oh, and speaking of coconuts, I don't only have a coconut, my friend. No. We got the Peacock Motorsports, Georgia Hearts in the 84. First of all, Georgia Hearts. And for School Bus Motorsports.
Wow.
Yep, they got the super coconut. You'll find out why.
Anyway,
time to get the predictions, my friends. Angel, who do you have?
for me, I'm going to go with a very particular pick for this week, but I think that our winner is going to be Phoenix. He has a good car. He has a good starting position. And remember, that is really unpredictable because you can go to the back all the way to the front and then back again. He's going to win it.
I'm going to go for a Ford entry here, and it's not the one you're thinking about because Tari Smith is the favorite. However, I am not going to pick her. I think we know why. So because of that, I'm going to have to go to a different winner. The winner this time, I'm going to pick somebody towards the front. That experienced entry is Sebastian Nava over here trying to make a comeback in any way possible. And I'm thinking, besides Tari Smith, he could be the favorite to get the job done here next to Neil Lahaif. A lot of Ford drivers in the top 5 in the odds here. When we take a look at our Vegas odds, yes, we do Vegas odds and cricket in our league. If you don't like it, shut up. Anyway, let's get to our pet reports here to see what we need to cover here before we start the engines. Rick?
A lot of people have been talking about who is going to get the points lead after Talladega because remember, a point leader should be taken with a grain of salt in this racetrack, and this weekend is Dale Busch. He has been untouchable in the points lead, but now that we go to a track that can shuffle the field like a deck of cards, it becomes more inevitable that a very bad race today for the 89 could mean the end of his reign up in the points lead. Galloway. Oh my god, are you having connection issues with Sebastian Galloway?
Oh boy, Galloway! Anyway, I guess while he is out doing stuff, next man up.
I'm a bit busy at the moment. What did you guys lovely need?
Your pet reporter, sir.
When you have to deal with your cousin, what do you want me to do?
Okay, that's true.
Fair enough. While we have keeping up with the Galloway Juniors over here, let's take a look at the 99. Rick, it's on you again.
Well, that is a very horrendous story that happened because after the wreck last weekend at Kansas Speedway, Morgan McGill ended up with concussion-like symptoms, and because of that, Donna Sonora has been eligible to run the 99 this weekend, making her first start. Remember, she has another race later on today, that being the ARCA Double E Series next up.
And before I start the engines, I'm going to go very quickly go over to number 10, because the number 10 of Leah Sharp, again, this is her last race before Meggie Splitzer potentially comes back. She has been out of rehab. She has been cleared by the courts after an allegation from Trass. But after everything being said and done, Meggie Splitzer is on her way to being reinstated not only to Colleague Racing but also to the Smart Motorsports team as well. Meggie Splitzer could be back as soon as next week. And it looks like we have a little bit more time, so I'm going to go over to number 54, Julika Colfane, which apparently missed the show. So we're going to show... Oh, never mind. Rack, you have something on Jimmy?
Well, the only thing about Jimmy Johnson is that he hopes that this weekend, no caution spinning. He wants to keep a car in one piece and without any spins under the yellow flag. So Jimmy Johnson trying to be real cautious on this one.
Yep. And before we start the engines, we want to talk about the 54 real quick. Jalika Colfane was docked 20 points for her little incident of spinning out the 48 of Jimmy Johnson under the yellow. As a result, Jalika Colfane did fall out of the top 25 in points, allowing Tari Smith to be locked into the show without participating in knockout qualifying. And as a result, Jalika Colfane is one of the many people who failed to make the show. So, because of which, let's get to the front, as we are just seconds away from getting that command to start the engines.
It's going to be a fun race. It's going to be a lot of weird things. And once we get to the DNQs, we're going to see the fun starting to begin.
Drivers, start your engines!
Here we are. As they roll out, let's talk about the DNQs, because there are some news stories there, Angel. First of all, let's get to the easy ones. Anna Spork. Now, I did hear that Anna Spork did get a penalty.
Oh yes, they did get a penalty. That was because of an illegal bend on the right front fender, and that being an L2 penalty. The driver, the owner, 50 points stocked and disqualified.
Yeah, her teammate Neri Camille also DNQ'd, as well as Cara Herrera. Now here's the interesting set of DNQs. So, there was a tiebreaker. The 22 of the Rauda sisters, they got in the show by owner's points. So because of that, Angel, we got Sue, Jalika Colfane due to that penalty, and then fell off to this. Corey Day and Ruby Vaughan also DNQ'd. And speaking of School Bus Motorsports, despite all their entries missing the show, there was major issues involving School Bus Motorsports, which not only put them in trouble, but they also sabotaged, or allegedly sabotaged, a Cricket Cup Series team to also get in trouble for the same offense.
But I think we should talk about that tomorrow.
Yep, we'll talk about that tomorrow, but that is a big storyline here in the AT&T Grand National Series, since it does apply to here a little bit. The only entry that School Bus Motorsports had in the show is Georgia Hearts. And Georgia Hearts going to go through another silly season story as we go through this race. As you see all the cars coming to the front stretch, pace car parking himself for a bit. Let's offer some long green flag runs and a bunch of packed racing action.
And remember one thing, the start finish line is not here. It's entering turn 1.
Yep, another quarter mile away over there is the start finish line. Restart zone is approaching. And here they come. Green flag is out. We're racing at Talladega. Ooh, 3 wide already. We were expecting this, Angel. We were absolutely expecting this. Talladega, you have a lot more room than Daytona. And there is a probability for 4 wide action over here. And speaking of which, there is 4 wide. As the 14 tries to go for... Oh, it's a 10!
Oh,
here
my
we
goodness
go!
gracious.
Here we go! Well, that ain't good. And, oh my goodness, 89! Dale Bush! For the second week in a row! Runs into a driver post wreck, and I think there's another wreck in the front!
There was no wreck at the front. Gav Dennis trying to go...
No, wait a minute. Gav Dennis and Eileen Galvin. First caution on the day on lap number 1 of this event. And oh boy, multi-car pileup, and it involves Leah Sharp in our final AT&T start. And the 10 at the very least. We're going to see what happened here. Oh my. 5 wide does not work here, folks. And I guess it started with the 11 of Lazaria Smith. Gone to 25, 25 gone to 10. Oh my goodness, the 25 went for a flip. flip and a half over there. As you see many cars trying to avoid the incident, many cutting the grass just so they can avoid the wreckage in the front.
Oh, we see a big cloud of smoke from that camera angle. Wow.
Yeah, and I see the 33 Zoe persons might have been collected, or at least it looks like the 33. Let's give another point of view, shall we? Because we cannot see half of that wreck.
Yeah, because look at that. 5 wide! What are you doing?
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to have to take a look at who tried to clear who exactly. Because I think there's a dumb question we need to ask somebody. Oh, Psycho almost got collected!
Yeah, that would have been disastrous. But anyways,
yeah, wow. Something tells me there's a dumb question we may need to ask somebody here in a moment. Yeah, Wild Ride for the 25, the 10 also Wild Ride. I see the 88 is involved. 45 got a little piece of it. 22 spot, and what's 89? What?
Yep.
Yeah, the 89 had issues at the start of this race. He must have had a very slow start. Here's 89 Dale Busch.
Trying to avoid it, and great job by braking over there, almost screeching to a halt. Oh, but then that.
Oh boy, oh my goodness. Talk about somebody who has some sight issues over there, but to be fair, there's a giant cloud of smoke, so can't do much about it. Here's Eileen Galvin.
Oh.
She was minding her own business. So honestly, I don't think she cleared anybody necessarily, but for causing a technical clearance incident from the back, I think there's a dumb question I need to ask the 11. But here's the 10 Leah Sharp.
Wow. And that is gonna put us under caution for the first time. And now that these cars coming out of pit road, a lot of cars pitted. A couple of cars stayed out.
Yeah, quite a few cars stayed out, and only a handful of cars pitted. So as a result, it looks like Melody Purple, who needs a good day here today, as well as the 6, both 1-2. As we take a look at the DNF, says it looks like there's more than I first thought. As you see, the 22 Laura Malta, 89 Dale Buck, who are